All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to unlock a massive piece of the Spanish language. I'm talking about being able to describe everything around you, the world, your experiences, even people, with just a handful of really powerful words. Seriously, by the end of this, you'll be painting pictures with your vocabulary. It's going to be awesome. So, you want to start describing the world in a new language, but where do you even begin? It can feel super overwhelming, right? You look around and there are a million things you want to talk about, but you just don't have the words yet. It's a classic problem. We've all been there. But what if I told you there's a secret, a really simple, super effective trick to get started? It's all about learning in pairs of opposites. Think about it. When you learn opposites together, you're not just memorizing one word, you're grasping a whole concept and its contrast. And that makes it stick in your brain so much better. So let's dive in. Okay, before we jump into our pairs, there's one tiny word we need. It's like a booster for your vocabulary. The word is muy. That's spelled M-U-Y, and you say it like muy. It just means very, and it's the easiest way to make your description stronger. We're going to use it in pretty much all of our examples today. Trust me, muy is going to be your new best friend. All right, first things first, let's talk about your space. You know, the stuff right around you, your room, your house, maybe your car. These are the things you see every single day, so it makes sense to learn how to describe them, right? Okay, our first word is limpio. Say it with me, limpio. It means clean. Now, here's a quick heads up about Spanish. A lot of adjectives change their ending to match the noun they're describing. So, la cocina, the kitchen, is a feminine word. That means we change the O at the end of limpio to an A, making it limpia. So, if you want to say the kitchen is very clean, you'd say, la cocina es muy limpia. See? Simple enough? And on the flip side, we have sucio. That's sucio. And you guessed it, it means dirty. Let's take el coche, the car. That's a masculine word, so we stick with the O ending, sucio. The car is very dirty becomes el coche es muy sucio. And just like that, you got your first power pair. Limpio, sucio. Clean, dirty. You're already doing great. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. We're moving from your personal space to the great outdoors, or, just the world outside. Think about the sound of a place. Imagine a busy city street versus a quiet library. Totally different vibes, right? So how would you describe that busy street packed with cars and people? The word is ruidoso. Give it a try. Ruidoso. It means noisy. Now, la calle, the street, is a feminine noun, so we flip the ending to A and get ruidosa. La calle es muy ruidosa. The street is very noisy. You can almost hear the car horns just saying it, can't you? And the perfect opposite? Silencioso. Pronounced silencioso. It means quiet or silent. Picture yourself walking into a library. That perfect hush. La biblioteca is also feminine, so we use silenciosa. La biblioteca es muy silenciosa. What a contrast, right? From ruidosa to silenciosa. Awesome. So we've handled physical spaces. Now let's get a little more abstract. How do you talk about experiences, like learning something new or gulp, taking a test? Okay, here's a word I really hope you'll get to use a lot. It's fácil. That's fácil. It means easy. And check this out. This one ends in an L, not an O or an A. You know what that means? It doesn't change for gender. It's the same for everything. So let's be optimistic and say it together. El español es muy fácil. Spanish is very easy. See? You're already speaking it. And its opposite is difícil, pronounced difícil, which, as you might guess, means difficult. And just like fácil, it ends in L, so no gender changes to worry about. Here's one we can all relate to, unfortunately. El examen es muy difícil. The test is very difficult. So you have fácil and difícil. Two words you'll definitely need on any learning journey. Let's stick with experiences for another minute, but this time let's talk about quality. Like, how do you describe a fantastic meal or, really terrible service at a restaurant? Well, everyone loves good food, right? And the perfect word for that is delicioso. Let's try it. Delicioso. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? La comida, the food, is feminine, so we say deliciosa. La comida es muy deliciosa. That is a fantastic phrase to have in your back pocket when you're traveling, for sure. Okay, now for the opposite. The word is pobre. That's pobre. Now, this word can mean poor, like not having money, but in this context, it means poor in quality. So context is everything here. And here's another easy one. It ends in E, so it doesn't change for gender either. So if the service at that restaurant was just awful, you could say, El servicio es muy pobre. Fantastic! You've already got 4 key pairs down. That's 8 words. So to round things out, let's add a few more really useful, positive adjectives. These are perfect for describing people, books, movies, anything you find interesting.
All right, here's a quick lightning round. To see someone is smart, you say inteligente. To call a guy handsome, you'd use guapo. For a woman, guapa. For something pretty, like a flower, you'd say bonito or bonita. And for a book or a movie that really grabs you, the word is interesante. And hey, did you notice? Inteligente and interesante both end in E, so just like pobre, they don't change. Easy peasy.
And just like that, boom, you've learned 12 super useful adjectives, plus our little booster word, muy. Now, to make sure this all sticks, we've put it all together for you on one final slide. Think of it as your personal cheat sheet. Just look at that. You've got clean and dirty, noisy and quiet, easy and difficult, delicious and poor, not to mention smart, handsome, pretty, and interesting. It is all right there for you. Seriously, this one slide is a powerful toolkit that lets you start describing your world in Spanish. Like right now, you are totally ready. So, I'm going to leave you with a little challenge, a question. Look around you right this second. Your desk, the room you're in, the weather outside. What's one thing you can describe using muy and one of these new words? Go on, actually say it out loud, because you just took a huge step forward in your Spanish journey. Well done.